The components of a computer system are physically located on one of several printed circuit boards. The number and functions of the components depends on the parameters of the system and its manufacturer. Often it depends on the processor generation. The main parameters of buses are the digit length of transferred data and the speed of data transfer. There are several standards used by PC buses. The most popular ones are ISA, BLB, and PCI. ISA buses were the first type of standard system buses. For several years, they were used in most PCs. The first ISA bus appeared in 1981. It was an 8-bit bus that can still be found in PCs of the XT family. The 8-bit bus has 62 lines. The contacts can be found on its slots. The bus functions at a frequency of 4.77 MHz. The ISA 8-bit bus is the slowest of all system buses. This obsolete design is now out of use. Further development of ISA resulted in a 16-bit bus that was first introduced in 1984. The slot of this bus consists of two parts. The larger one is a copy of an 8-bit slot. The additional part contains 36 contacts. Thus, it was possible to install 8-bit ISA boards into the sockets of the new bus. However, the 16-bit bus couldn't be connected to the older 8-bit version. The ISA design was further developed. Its effectiveness is increased and it became compatible with many devices. Thus, in September 1988, a number of manufacturers including Compaq, Epson, Hewlett-Packard, NEC, and Olivetti introduced the 32-bit expansion of the bus with backward compatibility. The new device was named EISA. All the buses of the ISA design are now obsolete and out of use. In August 1992, VESA, an association comprised of more than 100 companies, offered to use the VESA architecture bus on Intel 8486 based computers. Now this type of bus is also known as VL bus or local bus. In other words, a VESA bus is the continuation of the line the computer uses to exchange data with RAM. This is why it was extremely cheap to build. It became widely spread in 1993-1994. This type of bus was used on PCs built on 8486 processors and their modifications. However, it also became obsolete and isn't used anymore. In June 1992, Intel introduced a new bus. It is this bus that is now installed on most modern PCs. It has de facto become a standard in modern PC industry. The developers wanted to create a completely new type of interface that would not be an improved version of their other technology, like for instance EISA. It was to be independent from the platform and be able to work with future generations of processors. They also wanted the new bus to be highly effective while cheap to manufacture. They didn't use a processor bus, thus PCI bus turned out to be independent from processor. It could work independently without any queries to the latter. For instance, a processor can work with memory while data is being transmitted over the PCI bus. The basic principle behind the PCI bus is the use of the so-called bridges. They allow the bus to communicate with other system components. Another peculiarity is that it realized the bus master and bus slave principle. For example, a PCI master card can read and write data in the RAM without making queries to the processor. A PCI slave card, for instance a video controller, can only read data. At the moment, the PCI bus has several modifications with a standard frequency of 33.66 and 133 MHz.